Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be planning the week of July 13th. I can't believe the summer is going by so quickly, but again, I am in my Clever Fox Planner still, and I have some supplies here, just some pens, markers, highlighters, whiteout, just in case I need them. I also have my long-term notebook here just in case I need to reference it for some items. As I plan for this week, I also have my summer bucket list to try to knock some of those things off as well. So let's get into it. As you can see, I've already completed my bottom section. That includes the carryover items from the previous week, as well as my brain dump. I also completed my goals, my priorities, as well as my work to-do list and my personal to-do list and my habit tracker. You can find those on shorts later this week. I also have some stickers, some Chicago stickers from the planner conference last year. I will also be using my Happy Planner stickers. These are the Girl with Goals stickers. They're purple. I really love them, and we're going to try to incorporate them in this week's planning. Here's a quick flip through of all the beautiful pages. So in trying to be more intentional with my planning, I want to reference my ideal week so that I'm making sure that I'm aligning my week with how I ideally want my schedule to go. We talked about this in my mid-year reset, just trying to be more intentional for the rest of the year. So this week in my ideal week, I have a goal for each day, and I find that breaking out my goals and giving each day an assignment makes it a lot easier to accomplish all the things that I'm trying to accomplish for the rest of this year, for the rest of the 6 months. So Monday is my content media planning day. So I try to focus on scheduling out my content for YouTube, scripting, brainstorming ideas. I like to come up with ideas for my Instagram and scheduling those out as well. My TikTok videos, anything that's dealing with social media or content, I try to get that done or started on Monday. On Tuesday, I like to focus in on work, and that's really starting my finance refresh and my finance training. I work in finance for those of you who don't know, and so I'm always trying to stay on top of the skills, especially the skills I'm not using in my day-to-day for my particular job. I also want to just make sure I'm staying on top of, my Excel and my Power BI and things of that nature, and any trainings that have to do with other areas of finance that I'm not doing. On Wednesdays, I like to do some planning for my communities, what events I want to put out for the next 6 months or the next week or the next month. What ideas have been suggested to me that I want to implement? What conversations or topics do we want to discuss in our group chat? What do we want to put out on our social media pages? So these are the things I'm thinking about on Wednesdays. Thursdays, my goal is all about self-care and or creativity. I like to spend Thursday evenings doing my paint by stickers, poetry, coloring, something creative, just to get my mind off of being in the office in my work week. If I'm not doing creativity, then I'm doing self-care, and that's just doing everything, shower, doing something that makes me happy, watching a movie, something that just helps me feel good. Friday is all about admin and or events. Admin, checking my email, paying my bills, doing my budget, filing papers, decluttering my paperwork, calling someone, just those type of tasks that just need to get done. I just put them all in the admin category. And with the admin, later that evening, if I do have an event for one of my communities or I have an event that I want to attend, the ideal day for me is to do it on a Friday evening. Therefore, I still have Saturday to rest. I find that if I do events on Saturday, it kind of ties into Sunday where I'm staying out late and I still have to get up early for church on Sunday, and I don't want to be tired. So ideally, an event on Friday or even an event on Thursday works well for me. Saturday ideally is my fun day and my rest day. I want to do things that just make me happy. I want to be outside. I want to explore. I want to check things off my summer bucket list. I want to do the things I've had on my to-do list to do. I want to check out museums and libraries, go to the coffee shops. This is the day to do it. And if I'm not doing something fun, then I'm resting. I'm in the house, just chilling by myself, watching YouTube, watching movies, listening to music, reading a book. So that's what Saturdays are for. Sundays are for church and resetting my week. I'm at church all morning. Most typically people are. And then after church, if I don't have an event at church, I'll go straight into grocery shopping. And then I'll be resetting my week. I'll be prepping my hair for the week, getting my clothes up for the week, preparing my bag, doing planning in my planner, just planning out and scheduling all the things I'm expected to do for that week. So I'm mentally prepared as well as physically and emotionally prepared for everything I need to do. Now, this is my ideal schedule. That does not mean that every week I'm able to do what is assigned to that particular day. But ideally, this is how I want my weeks to go. After giving each day a goal, I go ahead and I time block my week. Mondays and Fridays I work from home, so I have a lot more flexibility on those days. So I try to front load and end load my work week so that I'm able to accomplish a lot more. When I'm in the office, I try to use my lunch breaks as a productive time to get things done and to achieve my goal for the day. Mondays and Fridays, I'm up at 6 a.m. doing my a.m. routine. I start work at 7 a.m. and I'm typically off by 3 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday, I'm up at 5 a.m. doing my a.m. routine. I'm usually out the door by 6 a.m. so I can get to work by 7 a.m. After work each day, I am doing a walk, whether that's in the mall or outside, just to get some steps in. Ideally, I would love to get 10,000 steps in each day, but whatever I can get in after the work day is done. It's summertime, it is very hot, so a lot of times I will go to the mall and do one loop around the mall. We have a very large mall around here, so I'll do that as my exercise. In the mornings, once I get this schedule down pat, I will also incorporate about 20-30 minutes of some type of cardio or weightlifting in our gym. The main focus for this week, though, is church. I will be at church every day this week, Monday through Friday. And so I want to focus on that this week, making sure that I get enough sleep each night, making sure that I'm prepared and I'm ready to be at church to help out in whatever way that I'm needed for the week. Since this week is unique, my evenings are a little bit different. I will have to spread things out a little bit more. For instance, on Thursday, that's typically my creativity and self-care night. I have to squeeze those in a little bit. I'll be able to do a little bit of creativity. I might not be able to do my full self-care routine, but I'll do a little bit of something just to accommodate. And then this week on Friday, after church, I will be going to my staycation. I am so excited for this staycation. I don't know if you all noticed, but because I do staycations about monthly, I notice the hotel prices and it's ridiculous right now. These hotel prices have sometimes tripled, quadrupled in price because it's summertime. And I know I live near a very big city and there are a lot of tourism that's going on, but it's interfering with my staycation budget. And so I'm happy I was able to find this hotel that I will be staying at this weekend for a reasonable price. So I'm super excited to be going on this staycation. I still need to plan out my itinerary. I still need to pack my bag. So that's what my focus is this week, is getting through all the things, my responsibilities, so I can get to the weekend and enjoy myself and stay at a hotel. I love staying at hotels. I don't know if you love staying at hotels, but I don't know. There's something about being able to get away, but not really get away. I'm really looking forward to it. After time blocking, I go ahead and set 3 priorities for each day. Getting these 3 priorities done makes me feel like the day was successful. And so checking 3 things off, completing my goal, is icing on the cake. So for Monday, I want to post a YouTube video. I want to pack for my staycation as well as complete my board reports. On Tuesday, I just have 2. I need to submit my off days. I want to change them. And then I want to do a YouTube short on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I want to come up with my 2027 planning schedule. I need to start planning out the days that I'm going to start planning for 2027. I've had so many ideas on the things that I want to do and accomplish that I need to get organized around that so that I'm not overwhelmed in trying to do the whole year planning in a week before the new year starts. I want to get ahead of that as well. I also want to do my staycation itinerary on Wednesday. That's going to be so fun and so important to make sure that my staycation is worthwhile. And then I want to announce the book club meeting on that Wednesday as well. On Thursday, I'm going to post another YouTube short. I need to declutter my jeans. I have several pairs of jeans that I just cannot fit, and I need to retry them on, make sure that they don't fit. I've lost a few pounds, so I want to make sure they don't fit before I put them in the pile to give away. And then I want to repost my vision boards on the wall. I have to take them down. So I want to repost them just so I can stay mindful of my goals for the year. On Friday, my admin tasks are just scheduling my spa day, cleaning up my house, and then doing some birthday planning. And then on Saturday, all I have to do is post one YouTube short. And then on Sunday, I am going over my budget again, meal prepping, and then planning for the week and prepping for the week. And so after I've done all that, I can go in with my Chicago Planner Conference stickers. These stickers are so cute, and I love that they are Chicago based. I'm of course putting them on my staycation days because my staycation is in Chicago. So I will be doing Chicago things. I have not figured out exactly what I'm doing. I know a couple things that I'll be doing, but I have not solidified the plan. So I'm looking forward to completing my itinerary for the weekend. It's going to be a fun weekend of staying in the staycation. And next I'm going in with my Happy Planner stickers. These are just going to be motivational for me to just focus on work. It's so hard when you have something fun at the end of the week to really focus on the things that you have to do. You don't want to do anything but focus on what's next. So I really need these stickers to motivate me and to keep me focused on the things that are important for this week. And that is it for this week. Once I put these last stickers down, that'll be it for my planning for this week. I'm very excited. I'm so excited about how everything is planned out and what's upcoming. Thank you so much for sticking around with me and watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below what you're looking forward to this week. See you next time.